we're going to use trigonometry to be able to find an unknown side. So the first thing we're going to need to do is to label our sides so that we can decide which of the trigonometric relationships or ratios we're going to use. So here's my first triangle. My angle is marked as 38 degrees, and the side I'm trying to find, x, is beside my angle, which tells me that's the adjacent side. And the side that I know, which is 11.8, is opposite my right angle, so that's the hypotenuse. Adjacent and hypotenuse, that tells me I'm going to be using cos A and H. So CIH tells me that the cos of our angle x equals the adjacent divided by the hypotenuse. And we could put that into a formula triangle. It looks like this. Cos x equals adjacent divided by hypotenuse. So I'm going to write my formula again and replace it with all the information I know from the triangle. So cos of x, my angle, is 38 degrees. So cos 38 degrees equals adjacent x divided by hypotenuse 11.8. So I'm trying to find the adjacent. If I cover up the adjacent in my formula triangle, that tells me that to find out the adjacent, I do cos x times by hypotenuse. So x equals the cos of the angle times by the hypotenuse. Cos of the angle times by the hypotenuse. Now your calculator might try to multiply these two numbers together. So there's two ways that we can avoid that happening. The first is to put the 38 into brackets. And so it's cos 38 is worked out and then it's times by 11.8. The other way is to do 11.8 times by cos 38. Either way, we want the cos 38 worked out and then that to be multiplied by 11.8, which will give us an answer of 9.30. My second triangle, again, first thing I'll do is label the sides. Here's my right angle. Opposite my right angle, I have my hypotenuse. Here's my marked angle. Beside my marked angle, I have my adjacent. Adjacent hypotenuse tells me I'm still dealing with cos. So I'm going to write out my formula with everything that I know. Cos of my angle, which is 75 in this case, equals the adjacent, which is 16, divided by the hypotenuse, which is x. I'm trying to find the hypotenuse, so I'll cover that up. To find the hypotenuse, I do adjacent divided by the cos of the angle. So x, my hypotenuse, equals the adjacent, 16, divided by the cos of the angle, cos 75. Put that into our calculator and we'll get an answer of 61.8.
Okay, Mary, so let's have a look at this one. So solve x plus 2x equals 12. So what do you think you do first?
Okay, well, I want x on its own, so I would put x equals 12 minus 2x.
Okay, so a lot of the time we want to get x by itself, but what we want to do first is get all of these x's together. So can you see anything we can do with this? Get all these together in one place.
Oh, okay, it's 3x, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
3x equals 12. Oh, and so x equals 4.
Brilliant, spot on, well done.